is not the biggest we try. I told a story at the conference this summer, and I'll tell you real quick. Biggest man I ever tried to push up like that with, I was at a school down in Texas. They got big people in Texas. I stopped, pointed to the back of the gym. Standing by himself was a school security guard. Biggest man I ever tried, no joke, no exaggeration. Before God, I tell the truth. This guy weighed 530 pounds. He began to walk up across the gymnasium floor like this. They were tripping. The high school went crazy. Homeboy was giant. He was a happy-go-lucky guy at the school. Everybody loved him. He used to play football, but you could tell he wasn't working out no more. That dude was so big, he'd get hit by a semi-truck. Boom! Turn and say, who threw that? Who threw that? You know what I'm saying? He steps on my back. All the girls in the front row were like, and I begin to push. Everybody say push. Let's spell that word out loud. Spell it P-U-S. Now, I'm gonna need all your attention. Here we go. Here we go. I told you this story because I had a tremendous amount of weight on my back, and when I began to do a push-up with him, I did my little dream, average dream, big dream, but I stopped and I said one more step for those who have what I call a giant, I didn't say a giant dream, I said a giant vision at that school. Because some of you have a vision for your life that your friends don't understand. You see something better. You see something bigger. I had a kid, he wrote me a letter. He says, I don't really know exactly what I want to do, but I know what I do will be big and what I am will be big. Because it's not your occupation, it's but what you are. I'm a person that is committed and that's educated. And I'm a hard worker. And I'm a person that's faithful. And you know what? I'm a person who lives a life of purity. And so it was a young teenager that wrote me that letter. Because some of you are like me today. You have a giant vision, and I was doing that push-up and I got stuck. I could not lock the guy all the way out. And I'm trying to hold it, and you can't hold that kind of weight on your back forever, and I couldn't lock him out. So I started coming back down, and when I started coming back down, something on the inside of me just said, don't come back down. Just give it one more push. And with everything I had, I only had one more push. It was just like, and when the dude went up, everybody went crazy. I grabbed the mic, looked at the entire gymnasium, and I simply said this: no matter what kind of weight you have on your back, if you can look up, you can get up. Everybody say, look up. Everybody say, get up. So I gotta get you to raise your head, your perspective, and your vision. Let me explain why I'm sharing that today. You see, I had a lot of weight on my back. And today, some of you have that kind of weight. I mentioned parents, divorce issues, boyfriend, girlfriend breaking up, issues that get you weighed down. But when you got a giant vision, you don't let things distract you. Let me explain why. See, and people will always laugh at the vision that you have for your life. Like my homeboy, they don't want to know why I ain't getting drunk with him. Why you ain't hanging out with us no more, man? I can't hang out no more because I see something better for my life, man. You know what? No one in my family had been to college, but I saw myself graduate. So that's why I was committed to effort and education and excellence. You know, your boys, they want you to hang out with them. See, the word vision comes from the Greek word optica. This is why an eye doctor's called an optometrist, and it just means something far away. Nobody else can see it, but you can. And not only can you see it, but it's coming into view. You see something greater for your life, and every day it's brighter and clear, and it's coming into view, and you're more motivated. Now, do you know why friends and people laugh at your dream or snicker or cynical? No. They are haters, but here's the deal. You know why they laugh? They laugh simply because of this one reason, because they cannot see what you see. Let me explain what I mean. There was a lady who was blind. She was a multi-millionaire, and she was blind. And they asked her this. They said, what can be worse than being blind? The lady simply said this. What can be worse than being blind, she says? Having sight, but no vision. Do you know why? Because, see, sight can only see what is, but vision sees what could be. So you have friends, all they see is just being popular today, or that boyfriend liking me today. But some of you see something greater for your family. You got a beautiful relationship with either your husband or your wife, or whatever you see in the future, and you can't waste your future like your friends are doing. Some of you today, you see something greater in your school. The thing about vision that's very powerful though, see, sight is the function of your eyes, but vision It's a function of your heart. That means you see it when you lay down, when you get up, when you're doing homework. You even see it when your eyes are closed. And so your friends don't know why you push it so hard. How come you won't waste your life like us and get blasted on Friday? You know why? Because you're pushing P-U-S-H. I gotta persevere, man. I gotta hang in there. I gotta persevere until something happens. See, let me tell you why I'm saying that. Because my mom and my father, their life was messed up. I had so much weight on my back because my father got involved with that thing called drugs. My father started hanging out with that group called Dream Breakers. When I was 4 years old, my father committed suicide. Never watched me play one game of football. Never met my kids. Never wore one of these rings because drugs stole everything great. But his buddies was patting him on the back, I'm sure. When my father committed suicide, my mother, she was so depressed and discouraged. She began to drink, and my mother became an alcoholic. When my mom became an alcoholic, then my house was in turmoil. We moved from one place to the next, I went to 12 different schools before the 8th grade. 19 different schools by the time I was in 10th grade. And then my mama got a boyfriend, and y'all know what's up with that. Some of y'all know what's up. Mamas and their boyfriends, they don't make good decisions in relationships, and they did something that's very, very detrimental to your life. But you got friends, cousins, girlfriends, even your big sisters maybe. They all doing this. My family was doing this. My mother decided she's not gonna marry her boyfriend. She thinks she got a better idea. Just let him move in with us. That's such a bad move. You know why it was a bad move? This dude lived with us for 6 years, but the problem was he was a big man with a big fist. And he used his fist every day on my mama and on me. So when I went to school, I was messed up. I got put in a special class for the kids who couldn't read. I would hear this sound every day. I look around. Everybody's changing pages. I'm on the first page trying as hard as I could. That was okay for elementary, but junior high, high school, I'm still struggling. But one day I said to my mama, Mama, I got a big vision. Mama, I want to go to college. I wanted to go to USC. The problem was, the thing about vision is this: you cannot live by what your eyes see. You will be depressed as a teenager. Sight without vision is hopeless. This is why I believe that we have vision. I believe that we've been given vision so we don't have to live by sight. I don't live by what my eyes see. I saw a messed up mom, messed up dad, messed up neighborhood, messed up grades, but I don't live by what my eyes see. I live by what my heart believes, because what I believe is bigger than what I see. That's why, young ladies, though he may be cute, you got a bigger vision. Your vision is bigger than your temptation. You know what I'm saying? If you can see the invisible, you can do the impossible. Vision allows you to see things that don't exist yet. And so therefore, you're in a class all by yourself. You're a committed and faithful and hard-working teenager. And no, you ain't getting blasted on Friday because you got something bigger. And here's what happened. I went on to USC. I came in at the bottom. But for every big vision young person in front of me, remember this: it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They laughed at me when I said I wanted to be a business major. They snickered. But for every person who may have struggled, realize this: you don't have to be great to get started. You just have to get started to be great. And I began to work, read, and study. 4 years later, I found myself at that university, standing on a platform, receiving the most prestigious honors. They call my name. They say, presenting our most prestigious award today for the one person graduating with the highest overall grade point average, academic All-American, Scholar Award of Honor winner, our winner, Mr. Keith Davis. I walked on the stage with my suit and tie. They put the award in my hands. People clapping, cheering, screaming. The TV cameras are on me. They said, our winner this evening, Mr. Keith Davis. I held the award. I'm in front of the cameras. They're saying, man, you know, I'm thinking about all the exciting feelings I had walking out on the field of the Rose Bowl. 106,000 people. We're on ABC TV. And as I'm running and pumped, and I get to the middle of the field, got a huge rose, and my team is pumped, and we fired, and we went fired up and win the Rose Bowl. And I've had feelings of playing in New York Giants Stadium, but it didn't compare to this feeling. I was graduating with the highest overall grade point average. And you know what happened? I couldn't say a word. I couldn't talk. People say, why you couldn't talk? Were you nervous? No, I wasn't nervous. I was thankful. But I looked out, I saw my mother